Hello there, people of the internet. This is kind of an unboxing. I went ahead and I took it out of the box. I didn't want to get on video me just spending 15 minutes digging through the box and whatnot. This right here is a 7mm Mauser. This is a Spanish one, Oviedo. And, well, before I go showing it off and whatnot, I'll tell you guys where I got it. A little while ago, I made a video with what was it? It was an 1816 musket that was converted to percussion cap for use in the American Civil War. And I got that at a pretty gosh darn good deal, and I went back and I looked to see what else that particular seller that I got that from had in stock, and he had this for sale for a pretty gosh darn good deal. And there's one aspect about it that really made me decide to get it. So I got my hands on it, putting a bid, and he sent it my way. So this right here is what we're looking at. This right here has been sporterized, obviously. And I'm not all that concerned about that because I've already got these in their original military configuration. Might throw this in one of those original military stocks. But if we look at it, it's a pretty gosh darn well done sporterization. It sure is shiny, I tell you what. But if we look right here, we can see it's got the old school style of roller coaster rear sight. This particular one, the minimum zero, looks like it is 300 either yards or meters. I'm not positive about that. So it is going to hit a little bit high, but this right here is the first rifle I own with roller coaster sights, and these have a significant amount of history behind them. So I saw this rifle at the price point, saw the sights, saw it was 7mm Mauser. I only have one other 7mm Mauser rifle that's actually usable, so I decided to go ahead and get my hands on this one right here. So now I am the proud owner of two 7mm Mausers, and you always want at least two of whatever you have in your collection, because one is none and two is one. So this is clearly an 1893, well, I say clearly, a lot of people aren't really going to recognize it. This is an 1893 pattern of rifle, which means that it is a cock on close action with a very stiff spring inside of it. Probably going to be a new manufactured spring, because that is quite a deal more stiff than the other springs that I have. Let's go ahead and test that trigger, pull the trigger, and the cocking piece goes down. There we go. Perfect, just like that. So our trigger works. Besides that, I guess we can have a look at the markings. This right here says Fabrica? I can't really read that. Sorry, guys. I don't speak Spanish. Fabrica de Arms Oviedo. That's probably the most Caucasian pronunciation of any Spanish word. Okay, well, this one was made in 1928. She is missing a lot of the wood, which is fine, because that makes this one a lot more lightweight. If I want to show off wanting original military configuration, I already have rifles where I can do that. So having a lighter weight one is always going to be beneficial. This right here looks like it was an original military stock that had all of the additional stuff plugged in. Looks like we had an old sling stud or something right here that was plugged in. Looks like, I believe this right here is actually a recoil lug. Yep, it sure is. And I don't see anything else going on up here. Ah, yes, this was definitely a military stock that got plugged in during sporterization. If we look right here, we can see where the old barrel band retaining spring was. So the barrel band would have been right here. That would have been the middle barrel band. You can actually see the marks in the wood where that old barrel band was. And then they filled in the slot where that spring would have been to hold that barrel band in place. So that's pretty cool. The barrel does not look cut, so if I ever feel like unsporterizing this thing, I could. Maybe I'll take my other 7mm Mauser and throw it in the sporterized stock so I can have an unsporterized roller coaster sight Mauser, because that would be pretty gosh darn cool. I don't know. Maybe I'll let you guys decide on that one. So it functions. It looks good, but that does not matter if it does not shoot. So I got myself a 7mm Mauser bullet right here. Let's go ahead and shove this into our bore. And that's as far as it goes. Normally, yeah, okay. It's not great, but it's not awful. So we would gauge probably about right there on that brass mark, somewhere around there. Okay, So it does have some life left in the barrel, but it's also got, oops, I just knocked something over. It's also got a bunch of pitting all over the metal. It's probably got some pitting going on inside of the chamber itself. Do I happen to have my bore camera sitting anywhere around me? Because I don't feel like hunting it down. Okay, let's have a look at the old bore camera here. Well, yeah, that's not great, but it certainly is not terrible. I'm not sure how well this is going to pick up on camera, but I can see clear rifling. She definitely needs a good cleaning, though. But hey, like I said, that is far from awful. Alright, so I am expecting this to probably shoot fairly decently, at least for the shooting that I normally do with it. I normally don't shoot out past 100 yards. I don't foresee me taking this thing out hunting. I got better hunting rifles that I can use. So for the most part, this is basically going to be a range toy. So it will be okay. I will be using the sights for videos in the future because that right there is a very iconic sight to have on a rifle. And there's a lot of history behind this particular sight. So that's the main reason why I got this rifle, because I did not have a rifle that had that Rollercoaster rear sight on it. And now I do. So I guess that's all I have to say about this one. Another 7mm Mauser goes into the collection with something new to it. So thanks for watching, folks. I appreciate your time. Like, subscribe, share. Description below has a link to all sorts of stuff. Go check it out. You guys go off, have yourself a fantastic day. And I reckon I'll see you guys on the next episode.
Been a little while since I've done this. Bonnie and Clyde be damned. Poor man's Garrett. It's a shame that bolt-action shotguns aren't more mainstream.